Coach, down by as many as 21 in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, you battle your way back into the third, but what made it most tough to close the door in that fourth?
Offensive rebounds. I thought we made a miss at the rim, and then they got a lot of offensive rebounds coming down the stretch. And obviously, Curry goes for like 11 or something like that.
Your bigs seem to provide energy really all throughout the night. On a positive note, just Nas Reid and his contributions, especially in that third, to bring you guys back into this one. What can you say about his effort?
Yeah, it was good. I thought everybody gave us great effort tonight. It was good for him, good to see the ball go in. He played with a lot of confidence, played decisive. Both he and Dante.
It just seems like it's so hard to find an offensive rhythm. It just seems like guys are all playing out of rhythm. That's why it seems like missed shots, missed stuff at the rim. How do you correct that?
I mean, I would counter with this. I thought the rhythm of the offense was better tonight. I thought we moved it. I thought we got into our actions. I thought we turned corners. We didn't finish well in the beginning of the game. We missed a lot of late, easy chippy layups around. But I didn't feel that they were, like that we were completely out of rhythm on those. We played with more pace. We played with a little bit more conviction. We cut, we moved a bit more. So I thought it was a good step offensively. And defensively we gave ourselves a chance with the way we were guarding until we could find some sort of like consistency.
8 minutes to go. It's tied. They score on their next 10 possessions. What were the biggest breakdowns you saw in that stretch, and like some of the shots and the ways Curry was able to get off good looks? What did you?
Yeah, I mean we. A couple of them I said they got they got to the roller, which kind of started chain reaction and of drive and kick and moving it, and then we were just late getting out to the shooters. Some of them were just screens. We weren't up a little bit higher on the Curry screens. He got a couple coming over the top of the screen. So,
and Nas did seem to be a pretty strong finisher of the good offense in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Did you consider closing with him? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I did, but I didn't. So.
It seemed like you were playing faster in the second half, even in like the half court. Is that a rhythm setter for you?
No doubt. It was. We had to pick up our decision making. We had to pick up our mentality to move the ball, get to the next action. Just for the sake of it.
And then it just seemed like a higher volume of substitutions. Kind of overall, you're talking a little bit before the game of maybe searching for some more groups. Was that what was behind that, or just kind of like a slow start?
Well, there was a couple different things that were there. We're trying to match Jaden's minutes with Curry at one point. Ant's foul trouble was another one. Trying to get some guys into the game maybe a little earlier. Maybe when we were struggling there to score, just changing, the lineup, see if we can get some easy offense out of a different lineup. So.
Moving on, forcing like the next action just to do it, and playing with more pace and getting out. Like those seemed like things everybody did when the deficit got really big, like out of like an urgency. How do you create that from the jump?
Well, I thought we did it from the beginning. Yeah, I thought so. We're not a super fast team, but I thought we played with way more pace. Pace in the half court was good. I mean, we moved it. We got into our stuff. So I didn't think we just waited till we were down 20 to start doing that. So
the fact that there doesn't seem to be anybody reliable on offense right now. I mean, that you're going to get the game that you got like 3 or 4 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Does that complicate what you're trying to do right now in terms of knowing what you can and can't lean on?
I mean, a little bit. I think every night Ant sees some sort of multiple guys on him, so it's hard for him, I think, to get in a rhythm. We got to try to find it and help him out there. It was good for our bench to come in and contribute tonight, so that's going to be always important. I thought we did a really good job of finding Rudy. That's been something that's missing. So there were a lot of good things there. In terms of individual offense, and repeatable individual offense, that wasn't really kind of something we were focused on tonight. But I thought, the looks that Ant had early, I thought for the most part they were good. Got to the rim. We just didn't. He missed a dunk. He missed a layup. He missed some other things. So he had one waved off.
Right.
As an offensive foul. So
I guess what I mean is,
yeah.
I mean, you just mentioned like 4 positives, but maybe one of those was a positive last game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you have different things that become positives, but they're not additions, they're substitutions.
Yeah, I'm not sure I really understand what you're trying to say there.
In other
but-
words, your offensive, your depth of good things in your bag
Yeah.
doesn't change. It just differs.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. We're trying to find some things we can repeat right now. But it's difficult. Well, sometimes when they're, putting two guys on Ant all the time, and certainly he's a guy that we need to get shots and looks in a cleaner space.
Do you think is the bigger issue poise or execution right now?
I think it's probably execution a little bit.
Chris,
Yeah.
Dante shot the ball pretty well last game. Shot it pretty well again
Yeah.
today. Is he turning a corner? Does he just look more comfortable out there to you?
Yeah, I think so. I think he played like way more decisive. He got to the paint. When he got to the paint, I think he looked to finish, which is good. I think he's been looking too much to pass, and they played him as such. It's one of the reasons we just left him in at the end of the game the other day in New York, just so he can see some shots go in, and it's carried forward. So we got to keep doing it.
Earlier in the season, you talked about a lot of games have gone to a similar script as tonight of getting down early, fighting back, and being able to close. Is there something you guys can do to kind of break out of that script, or is it just?
Yeah, I mean we got to put the ball in the basket. That's why we were down tonight. We weren't down because of our defense. We weren't down because we had a bunch of breakdowns. We just couldn't make a shot. It happens, right? I'm not going to overreact to that part of it. So, all right, thanks.